The phone just ran out of storage space, so I'm using my backup SD card to actually do the recording. So yeah, let's continue then. All the way in, twist it a bit, try to get it loose, and get the fist up. That's nice. Again, the joint is out, so I need to do the trimming, and I'll be using this. It's a lasso opener, so it should be sufficient enough. Alright, back at it again. So I decided to use this footage, so because my other footage is a bit disjointed. Okay, so continuing on, I already removed the joints, as you can see, and I'll be fitting these mini Revoltech joints, especially the small ball versions, into the part itself. So what I do is there's a hole in the joint in the arms itself, so I gotta fit this in, and it should be able to fit. The reason why I'm so confident is because I already recorded this part already. And again, for the forearm, yeah, it's in. So what I want to say is that these are actually pretty good. You need to do some modifications to the arms itself as well. So but the overall result is pretty damn nice. It's pretty good, yeah. So I'm gonna put the joint, the armor piece in, and should be like this. Sorry, it's pretty. Yeah, so it's in, and the amount of motion they give, it's unobstructive, and it gives like 90 degrees bend, which is pretty much the same thing as the result as what it was before. So trigger finger hands, put it in the fist, put in the forearm, and I'm pretty much done with this. So I set it up really nicely and I'll show you the results. Okay, alright, I'm fine. I'm done with the repairs, quote unquote repairs, and it's pretty good. The joints are the same color as it was before, and I'm pretty much quite happy with it. So this is the zero use Burai. I don't know if you can see properly. Yeah, shit. Okay, the zero use Burai, the Glasgow. It's really noisy, and I've got the purist version of the Sutherland, and as you can see, absolutely no problem. Really tight joints, and I've had this guy for like a year, for like few years, I think 2 or 3 years already. So it's pretty good. I love this guy. I got more in-action Offshoot figures. Tell me if you want to see them. I can like show like a quick review of this guy real fast, because I pretty much got everything on hand right now. Okay, so a quick review. Obviously, what this guy has are these. So what these are trigger finger hands, and let's see properly. Trigger finger hands, lens wielding hands, and fists with the effect sphere open for the head. It also comes with its shield. It's a police shield that it is used in the series itself. You actually need to have a Sutherland arm, not the purist version, but the normal Glasgow, normal Sutherland version, the blue one, the all blue one. What it also has is a really nice version of Zero. Yeah, so it's standing over there looking all cool and stuff. So I can give you a really good look. Let's see if I can. working. That's as much as I can do it for you. What it also has is the fists with the trigger finger, and the trigger finger fist is actually on this arm right now, and they also have these cuffs. So next, articulation, ball jointed, a hinge head, can go up and down, hinge shoulders, 360 spin here, 360 ball joint. With my new joints and with the old joints, it's a 90-degree bend. And that's pretty much about all you can do. Ball jointed fists. Alright, ball jointed fists. Legs goes up, legs goes back. It's actually it has like an additional joint that makes it goes out like so, which is actually better than the Sutherland version. As you can see, there's a joint right here. A knee bend, not that good. Ball joint, so it's double jointed essentially. Feet ball joints, land spinners. So yeah, you can actually do some land spinner poses like so. Yeah. Land spinners right here. So it also has its gun, which actually I don't think you can actually rotate it. I'm not so sure. I don't want to break anything. You can actually remove the head and exchange it with the Fex spearhead. Yeah, and there's a gimmick where you can actually open up the cockpit like so. So pretty quick review now for some poses. So very quickly, here's him with the Zero, looking pretty cool. As you can see, standing on the chair. Some seconds, so we can actually move on to the next pose. Okay, now what we have is the Fex spear open. So this is how it looks like with its on its head. Pretty cool looking, and it's actually pretty easy to pull off and put it back in. And the horns are actually quite soft and malleable. So next, alright, so here it is with the police shield. Pretty cool looking, I do say so myself. Actually remove the cuffs, so as to make it easier for me to pose. So yeah, it's pretty cool looking, pretty nice. Next pose. Okay, next pose we have the Burai Zero Use on top and sliding the shield on top of another Sutherland, and as you can see, there's actually indents on the shield itself, so the foot can be placed in there. The pose, actually, this action scene is a bit different. So I'm actually this arm is supposed to have like, or this arm is supposed to have like the Sutherland hands, the arms, but whatever, it still looks pretty cool. Right, next pose. Alright, next pose. So we have the Burai Zeros attacking the Sutherland and vice versa. So some thoughts actually. The cuffs are actually very easily. It doesn't stick onto its hand as much as I would like. It is helped by friction, but it's not that well. It's not well done. So it's, yeah. I swear to God, there's so much fucking noise in my neighborhood, but I'm telling you, oh my god. Okay, compared to, because I've been spoiled by many other figures, I'm actually not too happy with the leg posability. Everything else is pretty good. At its time, it was pretty good. One of the few good Code Geass action figures right now, and it's still actually quite modular, because you can actually change the arms between the Sutherland, the Glasgows, and the I don't know how to say, but I think it's the Gloucester or the Gloucester or whatever. So it's pretty cool, but you can't change the legs obviously, so that's another problem. So and actually this guy should fit well into any of your Code Geass Robert Damashi displays, because it's around the same scale as well. I have problems with the cuffs, as I've said before, and I also have problems with the line in general, with the Glasgows and the Burais being pretty fragile and weak from what I've heard. So this is my thoughts and my 2 cents. So thank you all for watching. Have a nice day.